Hey everybody, if you don't already know, I'm O and welcome to my channel and welcome to episode 5 of my home office makeover series. Thank you so much for being here and I hope you all are doing well. I wanted to start off with a quick recap of what we got into in our last video. Picking up where we left off, I wanted to start thinking about decor. So of course that means we had to go shopping. I wanted to be intentional about my selections. I wanted things that spoke to me and just looked good as well. I'm not a maximalist by any means, so I wanted to be mindful of my choices because I didn't want to do too much. I picked up these panels from Home Depot. They're similar to the ones I used in the dining room in a previous video, but the style is a little different. I got 2 of them and I centered this one, and now I'm gonna cut off a piece of the second one to add to the front and to the back, or to the left or to the right of this one, and I get to break out my new tool that my son got me for my birthday. So I'm gonna be using my jigsaw. So let's go cut. I'll probably use what's left over from this trim, just add it to the top, and I'll show you guys what's gonna happen, what I plan to do with the top part of the wall. Between finishing up last minute DIY projects for the office, ordering items and waiting for them to arrive, and then the worst sinus infection I've ever had, I got slowed down, and sorry for the wait, but thank you for sticking around and tuning in. These panels are so convenient and easy to work with. That's why I went with them again. And they're really affordable as well. I've gotten them from Home Depot and Lowe's, and I'll be sure to link them in the description for anyone that's interested. Did you guys notice that I hung that panel upside down? Because I did it at first, but eventually I did, and I came back and fixed it. So for the top half of the wall, I wanted to mimic that same molding that I did in the corners on these smaller walls. So I just framed that around the art that I chose for the space. So now that that's all done, I'm going to go ahead and paint it because it's not remaining white. Something that I didn't mention in the previous video, I did paint the whole room in a flat finish, and I finished that whole gallon, so I had to get a quart to help me finish everything else. But although the whole room is done in a flat finish, for the molding and the trim, I did those first in a coat of flat, but I finished it in a satin so that it would have a different sheen to it, to have some contrast in the finish. You don't need to go get like a whole gallon if you're just using it in those small places, which is why I just purchased a sample size, which is about $6. So same color, different finish, just for the trim and the molding. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to do the first 2 coats in the flat, and then the final coat I'll do with a satin finish. With the panels and the molding complete, I was ready to get my art, which I purchased on Etsy. I was ready to get that hung along with the lights that I ordered from Amazon. Drilling and nailing into this wall is possible, but not easy because it's a concrete wall. This is the wall that's on the other side of our fireplace in the living room. So I opted to hang this print using command strips. I made sure I got some heavy duty ones, and I'm going to use this frame for now, but I do plan on changing it out for something a little nicer in the future. Picked this up from Amazon. I was really looking for something that kind of mimicked the molding that I put on the wall. That unfortunately they didn't have the finish that I like, so I just want to see, trying to see if it fits. It looks like it's a good fit. It's a perfect fit, yes. Since the room is all clean and painted, I wanted to protect the walls and the art from as much dust as possible, and that's why you see me hanging this masking paper so that it can catch the dust. Injury number 2. Why? There's 3 coats of paint on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it mounted and move on. Outside right now, so I'm gonna say, let me see if I be quiet. Can you hear the rain? Can you hear it? It may be a little dimmer than usual, but anyway, I finally got my curtains. I'm in love with the curtains that I chose. Just like the paint, the curtains give off like a different color or a different tone depending on the angle and the lighting. So it's just like, it's the perfect match. I could not have found a better fit for this room. I really wanted to stay in the same color family for the room, so I couldn't be happier with this find. At first I hung the curtains directly on the rod, and I just didn't like that look, so I ordered some curtain rings and went that route instead. It just looks better, and it's better for like opening and closing the curtains with ease. What I initially had in mind for seating was not like your traditional office chair. I wanted something more like an upholstered chair that's on casters so it can move easily or swivel. I have seen some options, but none that I'm in love with. And if it was something I was in love with, I wasn't in love with the price. You know, I'm all about reasonable pricing and affordability. So I found some inspo online. And like I set out to recreate this look for the low. And I found this fabric on Amazon. The color is called Dusty Lilac. I padded the chair using some old blankets, using a hot glue gun. I was able to save money, okay, by using a chair that I already had and covered the entire chair with 1 yard of fabric. Now let's talk storage. Because this is a small room that serves multiple purposes, I had to be intentional about my choices. I purchased this one piece from HomeSense. It's like a chest of drawers. Then I found a narrow bookshelf from Amazon. All right, so at this point, I am beyond ready to move into this space after all of this hard work. There's a few items that I was still waiting on at this point, but I'm going to do a final wipe down because we want to move into a clean room. Although the overhead lights have a dimmer, I wanted more mood lighting for the vibes because you know we have to have the vibes. These rechargeable wall sconces from Amazon were just like the perfect find. I think it added such like a luxe feel paired with the color of the paint and the texture of the curtains. It was perfect. Thank you guys so much for being here and clicking on this video. If you are new here, welcome. My name is O. Here on my channel, I do share tons of lifestyle content, but it's full of mom life and all the things that this mom takes on. And that is often home decor and home improvement projects. We live in an older home. I'm often coming up with ways to make this older space have a newer, fresher, and modern feel, just one DIY project at a time. If that sounds like something that you're interested in after seeing this video, I do hope that you will subscribe on your way out and leave me a comment down below. Let me know that you're here. Even if you just leave an emoji, leave me a purple heart emoji, and like the video and share with someone else who may find this interesting or helpful as well. So quickly before we get to the final look, let's take a look back to how this space was looking before. And I'm so thrilled to share with you guys how it's looking now. Listen, I could have come on here and skipped right to the end and showed you guys the end result. Maybe some of you did that. That's fine. But I was excited to share these like very doable steps that got us here. These are things that any of you can do. I just love the sultry and luxe, moody yet soft feel that I have in here now. Like this is my space and it looks exactly how I wanted it to. Thank you all for sticking with me and tuning in for this very involved transformation. It was a lot of hard work and there's more that I'd like to do in the future, but we'll get to that. Right now, I'm just thrilled to enjoy it as it is for now. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. Please let me know your kind thoughts in the comments. I'll definitely link everything that I can in the description. And if you have questions, don't you hesitate to ask. Okay, so please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.